and wrath! Worse than wrath!
You can actually handle its own, it seems like.
Worse than wrath!
Welcome back to part 2 of Avowed. I figured out how to get the character into third person. We're going to go through and see what's going on around this little beginning town. Let's talk to the folks that we saved / went through for the tutorial island.
Suppose this is where I leave you then. I owe you my life, envoy. I won't soon forget what you did. I don't know. It's all just sinking in. I hope the folks at the embassy know where to find a good, strong drink. You don't have to. Just go up the pier. I imagine they've sent someone official-like to take you there.
Must be nice, eh?
Well, it's the Living Land's biggest port. People come from all over. Not all of them are Adir's friends.
Wonder why?
You'll be fine. After the fort, I figure you can survive anything. Same to you. You'll make the Emperor proud, I'm sure of it.
Look, I'll no thank you for showing basic decency, but you saved my life. That counts for something. To me, anyway. I don't push her luck. Try not to get killed? Nah, I'm kidding. Just don't go around acting like you own the place, alright? Not all of them, but it's not a great way to make friends. Give Paradisans a chance. That's why they came here in the first place. Hope we don't run into each other. Still, take care of yourself.
Alright. Let's take a look at the setup right now. Dagger, bow, and the grimoire. So it looks like the lighter the equipment, the better my stamina and maximum essence. So, don't like that. Still like the look of that. So let's do that, but then transmog it. And then we can do the same thing there. Alright, let's see. I got 1 point available. Guessing intellect would be needed the most for arcane. Perception also increases range, though. Let's just go with intelligence or intellect right now.
Hey! Turn around and sail back to wherever you came from. This dock is reserved for the Imperial Envoy. And she's late. Huh. Probably died at sea. Good riddance. Ugh, shit.
Nice.
Forgive me, Envoy. I meant nothing by it. A slip of the tongue. Can we start over? Name's Cynric, captain of the local militia. We're a scrappy bunch, but we know our way around Paradise. Unlike most Adirans who couldn't find their ass with both their hands. Oh, present company excluded. They told me you were godlike, but I didn't know what to expect. Your face, it's so...
Uh-oh. Get ready to be disappointed.
Forgive me, again. We're having a bit of an emergency. No doubt you've come for the Adiran ambassador, but he's gone, along with our claviger. No, there's some kind of blight in the wilderness and rumors of plague. They went to investigate. Nature has a mind of its own in these parts. When the ecosystem changes, we ask ourselves how and why.
Leaderless and rudderless is the natural state of things in Paradise anyway. Keeps things interesting.
Well, he's the closest thing we have to a local authority. Part keeper of the keys, part bald fist.
Paradise's mayor, more or less. Most people out here aren't fond of established hierarchies and titles. So, we made up some new ones.
They traveled northwest to the Strangle Route, past the old Pargroon Wall.
You need to find the ambassador, and I need to find the claviger. How's about we partner up? See, Cynric, I knew someone would appreciate me for me.
Kai, before you go, I just hate to send the envoy out there. The wilderness is no place for a scholar. Make sure she comes back alive, or the Steel Garrote will have my head.
Better yours than mine.
The Steel Garrote are here as guests, helping Adirans like yourself keep the peace. Or so they say.
That's certainly what they'd like you to believe. Sounds like their reputation back home in Adir isn't any better than it is here.
They're an order of religious cutthroats, sharpening their blades for the glory of the burned queen. Oof, creepy bunch, too. Who needs enemies when you have friends like the Steel Garrote? You tell me, Envoy. The Adirans came to our shores with their soldiers, their bureaucrats, and their cult of murderers. Asking a lot of nosy questions is a good way to end up with a knife in your back. Speaking of the Steel Garrote, fair warning, their leader, Inquisitor Ludwine, is eager to greet you. Or possibly interrogate you. They say she fell in battle in the Deadfire, and death spat her back out. Not if you value your life.
We'll have time to worry about Ludwine later. First, we've got to find your ambassador and my claviger.
Oh, so he's like a tank. That's pretty dope.
I'll bet you're glad to be on dry land after that voyage. Come on, let's get you some fresh air.
Alright, so there should be a new tab. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's go with damage reduction first then.
Pogrunen left these beacons all over the island. They're good for finding your way around.
The city's getting crowded. Pretty soon the Adherents will outnumber us 3 to 1.
The Living Lands are a dangerous place.
Welcome to Dawnshore, Traveler. My name is Dagerda. You seem like you could use a nice potion or a bite to eat. If you're looking for a weapon or a shield, talk to Walter over there. Just don't expect much. I like him just as much as one should like an ex-husband, and not 1 ounce more. Is there? It's possible. But I think what we had is very much in the past. To be honest, stranger, I'm not inclined to go into it. He knows what he did. And let's leave it at that.
Okay. Good for the soul.
Protect that pretty face. Armor and shields for sale, envoy. Heading out to the wilds? Make sure you have everything you need. You don't want to... Kai, I told you not to show your face around here again.
Come on. You're not still mad about that hunting knife, are you?
All right, no. You're clear. But you better pay up front this time.
I knew you'd come around. You miss me.
I'll let you think that. Now don't mind him. What are you interested in? Yeah, some of the oldest in Paradise. He's a headache, but that's because you want him to come back alive.
So you do care.
I lied to the Garrote for you. Do I have to spell it out?
We'll take the treasure map. So it's in a cave on a cliffside somewhere. Good to know. We'll take that. That increases stamina straight out. Cool.
What harm could some new armor do? Look good and stay alive.
Please, how hard is it to answer a question?
I don't trifle with souls, man.
They're tearing my home apart. Never mind. I can't believe how rude everyone is around here. It wouldn't kill them to think about it, at least. How hard could it be to find a watcher?
That's a long way to walk. Oh well. The house is probably a loss by now. I'm clearly under some kind of curse. A band of Zorips invaded my house. What am I gonna do? Why did they do anything? They've probably eaten all my food and destroyed my supplies. I don't know what else. First, my ship gets attacked by pirates. Then none of my plants will take. Now this happens? And they won't let me into Paradise to sort it out? Too long. I'm not sure how much of it is the militia anyway. I wonder if it's really the Adirans. Keep us out and themselves in. I should never have come here.
Come here for a better life and find a worse one. Wish I hadn't heard that before.
Then take my house key. It's northwest of here. That cabin on the cliff all by itself. Gods know I can't go back. And there's nothing to steal either. The Zorips saw to that. Come back when you've dealt with them, and make sure you get their leader too. I'm sorry, but I don't think they'll go quietly. You'll have to kill them. Thank you. That may not be worth much coming from a stranger, but I mean it.
Alright. First side quest. Go murder things.
Move along.
I was here first. I'm not going anywhere.
Not working or selling something.
Big shiny crystals usually are something.
Leaves. These letters won't turn up. Que larde. I'd heard a godlike had come to Paradise.
Oh, hey, Sansa. Comes on a little strong, that's all. He doesn't bite.
But to meet you, what an honor. Who is your patron? Were you drawn to this place? Ho ho! So you are familiar with my work? It's a pleasure to meet one as cultured as you. It was arduous work, but I couldn't have done it without help. Speaking of which, listen, you haven't been to the wilds east of the city, have you? Maybe that's for the best. Then have you seen a cartographer in the area? A human, about my height. He must have gone farther than I thought. His name is Girmund. He's my assistant, and I'm worried about him. I sent him to map the eastern wilds. I knew it would be perilous, but it's been a long time since he's written, even for him. Bandits, smugglers, spiders with eyes as big as plates.
You know how many so-called adventurers I've saved out there?
It's an intrepid occupation.
3, this month.
As I said, if you find him and bring me his map, I'll be glad to pay you for it. I may even have more work for you. When he last wrote, he was mapping the eastern ruins. Take the letter. It might help. If you find him, bring his work to my shop in Paradise Town. You're welcome anytime. I have quite the assortment of curios. Maybe you'll even buy one of my maps.
Alright, so I wonder what's in the ruins.
Well, that's our marching orders then.
That's pretty cool. Let's drop off the stuff that I'm not using. Might as well keep everything because I don't know what any of it does yet. Oh, so you have to keep the transmog item in your inventory too.
Thank for bringing it with you, Envoy.
So you can upgrade items. And there's a crap ton of stuff you can use to upgrade items. So it looks like we need a lot of Paradisian ladder to upgrade all the current stuff. And you need to have the items on your person to use them. Okay.
After your voyage, it must be nice to spend the night on dry land. Personally, I've always found the rocking of a ship to be soothing. As long as I've got my feet facing the bow, that is. You know, for most people, getting sent to the living lands is a punishment. But, according to Cynric, you're the personal envoy of the Emperor of Adir himself. Quite a position. You must have gone through one of Adir's famous academies. I can't imagine you had time for much other than your studies, so tell me, is this your first time getting dirt under your fingernails? Fair enough. I didn't mean to offend. What I really want to know, since hard questions are your specialty, is why the Emperor would send his best scholar all the way to the living lands. Oh, that almost does sound like a punishment. I don't know how you investigate a so-called plague of the soul, so better you than me. Being a godlike, I don't suppose your patron deity gives you any unique insights into matters of the soul, do they? I thought every godlike knew their god. That's one of the stranger things I've heard. And out here, that's saying something. Sorry, these are unusual times. I haven't met anyone who's really seen the Dream Scourge yet, but that hasn't stopped people from worrying about the rumors. Refugees are flooding in from outlying regions. The guards are restricting access to the city. And people are making offerings to the gods for everything from hangovers to indigestion, just in case. Not much. It's hard to separate fact from rumor. I've heard it changes people, makes them confused, disoriented, and eventually violent. No one seems to know exactly how it starts. And here I was hoping for good news. Unfortunately, the presence of so many Adiran troops and the rumored exploits of the Steel Garrote paladins supporting them is only making a tense situation worse. I think that's why the Clavenger accompanied your ambassador. I was in rough shape when I came to Paradise a few years back. Clavenger Amond helped me get settled here. If he's gotten into trouble, the least I can do is help him out of it. Especially if he's following up on rumors of the Dream Scourge. But what about you? What's your stake in things? Besides your orders, of course. Someone once told me you need more than a little crazy to last out here. I get the feeling you'll fit right in. I'll let you get some rest, but thanks for talking. It's good to be part of a squad again, even if it's just for a while. It's the gateway to the Living Lands, a scenic port city that's as beautiful and dangerous as the wilds around it. Most visitors enjoy some mariner's porridge at the Ballarrock, a back alley shakedown, and then the sudden return of that porridge out of one end or the other. Then, if they've got any sins, they turn around and take their chances back where they came from, with authentic tales of their adventures in the Living Lands. Exactly. What's not to love? These days, we have a few more would-be adventurers trying to leave their mark on the place. The Living Lands means a hard-won second chance for the people who settle here. But first, you've got to survive it. And the island gives no quarter. The folks who say that either last the longest or the shortest. For a lot of people, the Living Lands is a last resort. They come fleeing war, debt, famine, the law. Take your pick. For others, it's freedom. To seek glory, to redefine yourself, to live in a way you can't, maybe even on pain of death wherever you come from. Oh, little of everything. Rawatai is famous for storms and rocky soil, so I figured if I'm going to live in a hostile environment, why not pick some place where things grow? It seemed like a good idea at the time. Used to be, if you could last out here, you could count on being left alone. Dangers in the wilds is nothing new out here, but something about the Dream Scourge is. And if that weren't enough, a lot of people aren't too keen on Adir's presence and affiliations out here. Ilgard's new embassy and his alliance with the Steel Garrote smell like the authority and order that a lot of people came here to leave behind. But I don't mean to put that on you. I imagine you're tired of having to answer for every Adiran who sneezes into somebody's stew. They say people afflicted with it have strange, vivid dreams and start confusing them with reality. What starts as a light daze becomes severe disorientation and eventually a bent towards chaotic violence. And then, fungal growths take over your body. So Dream Scourge. I guess it sounded better than miasmal canker. Night, envoy.
Alright, so then how do I actually go to sleep? That's pretty good. Let's make some grub. Ah.
Worse than rust! Worse than rust!
You can actually handle its own, it seems like.
Worse than rust!
That's one for us.
That sucks.
Venture past the palisades at your own risk. There's no guarantee of safety out in the wilds.
Oh, marina up there. I don't think I have enough stuff to really do that just yet. There's something shiny. There's a chest. I don't know if playing this third person actually brings anything to the table. I might go back to first. We'll have to check out
That
the
lighthouse has been under repair since Adiran ships began filling the harbor.
lighthouse.
Beautiful view from these cliffs. Real long way down, too.
See if we can bring this down. so that's a no. I think the gloves I'm wearing are deerskin too, yeah. Not worth it. Hopefully Kai will keep a lot of them off of me.
Zarps. They may be small, but they'll overwhelm you if you're not careful.
I don't think I'll be able to get close enough to actually take any of them out stealthily. Should be able to.
Right flank. Worse than rust. Seek.
Once I get over B not being dodge, because of all the souls likes grind in B being dodge, I think combat will be pretty fun. Baddies up here. Might be able to get this guy if he patrols back over here. Nope, didn't work.
Coming from your right.
Be your sake!
Oh.
Okay.
Rough and rough!
Alright, well, that's a healer, so we got to...
Worse than rough! Seek!
That was a pretty cool kill. Oh, almost missed that. It sucked.
This is the Hengen's place, or was. It's the Zarup's now.
Okay, so that's the stuff that we're looking for to upgrade some of our gear. Oh, sneaky way in.
Anything juicy? Maybe it has something to do with that wall painting in the other room. Let's check it out.
Love how he's a sidekick, unless he... Oh, he may have peeked through here. If we were just trying to be friends, this is gonna suck. Yeah.
Show me what you got on your right. Good fight.
I'm no art critic, but I've never seen a mural like that. Looks like an elf and Zarup holding hands. What do you see? Why don't we ask Tehangan about it? It's her house. She ought to know something.
So I need explosive damage, which I don't think I have any. Let's go check what's over here first. A lot of dead bodies already. Well, there's the explosive damage.
What's that Zarup doing out here all by himself? A friendly Zarup. Don't see that every day. Of course, you don't see them fighting their friends every day either. I don't speak Zarup, but it definitely answered you. I agree. He's not hurting anyone. In fact, we're near Tehangan's house. Maybe he's the one who made that mural.
Alright, and this just takes us back down. Can't forget the jump.
Worse than rough!
One time.
Worse than rough! Be your sake!
They had a rough afternoon there.
Worse than rough!
Oh, totally missed that.
Seek!
Yes, they'll never stop me. Wonder what he thought would happen.
I don't know if I want to use that grimoire. Let's see if I can get the grimoire. I have to be level 5 to get grimoire mastery. So this one's not the greatest for me right now. So back to the common grimoire. And we have to make our way down there to get into it.
Bad luck to hang around a graveyard. Maybe we should move on.
We've got trouble. Uninvited company.
Grave robbers. Reincarnating as rats would be a step up.
Guess I can't just take stuff out of the sarcophagus then.
There a problem? Take it up with the boss.
Could have sworn he said his house was just below the cliff. Alright. Let's go turn this quest in.
Those must be your ambassadors, man. That's a bad sign.
This is it.
Look, Paradis and Ladder. When heated, the resin forms a hard coat that strengthens weapons and armor.
Incoming Zara. Mine now. Hey, over here.
Those arcs must have been scavenging supplies, too. I think there's something on the upper floor. We might be able to reach it from outside.
I don't know how I feel about them stating stuff before you could even get a chance to try to figure it out. this way.
I've come in search of lost treasures. Have you heard any rumors of such things in the area?
I suppose so. There's some Hawaiian ruins to the north, just across the river from the strait.
Oh, please tell me I can go home now. Tainted? Why would they do that?
It's true. It looked just like you. Not sure they got your eyes right, though.
So, they've made it their territory. We'll never get them out. You're... All right, you're not wrong. But it may be more than that. Have you ever felt aimless? Like you ought to have a purpose, but you don't? Like you'd do anything to find out why you're meant to be here? That's a stupid question, isn't it? Of course you'd understand. An animancer told me that I might have half a soul. I finally had an answer. The question was, who got the other half? I thought if I could meet this person and see what they were like, I might gain some purpose or something. And then I came here and found a Zorip. But what do I do about it? How do I not think about what I can never have? I'm so... I've got to find some meaning in all this. I can't go back and I can't go forward. I'm just stuck here. Lost. Again. Well, when you put it like that, all I want is to belong somewhere. Maybe I'm just not meant to. I'm so tired. I should go. Thank you for trying to sort through this.
I didn't see this guy
Greetings,
coming
friend.
in.
You look like you could use a fine weapon or a sturdy shield. Not to worry, Volter is here. I don't know what Daggerta told you, but I stake my reputation on every item, and that does still mean something. That's a personal matter, my friend. Suffice it to say, she thinks I threw away something important. And I say I didn't!
So basically all just the regular common stuff that we've been picking up. Not this way. This way. And with that, if you enjoyed what you saw, think about hitting the like button. If you love what you saw, think about subscribing. I will catch you guys in the next one.